Good morning, Dick.
Morning, Mike.
Hey, you look a little down at the mouth this morning. You got troubles?
I was thinking about Chevrolet trucks and some of my prospects who sure go for 'em. I'm trying to figure out what to do about it.
Well, do you still think Dodge trucks are the most?
Yeah, sure.
Then there's only one thing to do. Beat Chevrolet with the most. You can beat Chevrolet for the same reasons and in the same way you're out to beat Ford.
You mean the way we got through to Ford-minded Fred Clark and Tom Adams?
Right. We found out what they liked about Ford, then we proved to them that Dodge offered them more of what they liked. Why not use the same approach now?
Well, Sam Dewey's an even tougher customer. I've stopped by to see him more than once, and he's sure sold on Chevrolet. He's about to buy, too. He's had good luck with his old Chevy. Says it's got zip and pep Dodge has never had.
Well, we know that's ridiculous, of course. I take it Dewey's primary interest in his truck is its performance.
Yes, I'd say that's about it.
Well, Dick, how's about running over to see Dewey, just as we did with Clark and Adams? You're acquainted with him, so you can make the pitch, and I'll follow through with comparison facts on Dodge and Chevrolet trucks. When we see Dewey, listen to how he talks. Look for key words in his speech that reveal what truck facts we should be sure to tell him. We'll hop right in with those facts every chance we get.
I hoped you'd be back. I kept this to prove what I told you the other day. Look what Chevrolet says here about their engine. More efficiency in Chevy's V8. More pulling power. I do plenty of hauling in city traffic, and I need that power.
Mr. Dewey, I realize you have a preference for Chevrolet trucks, but tell me, do you want more pep and power regardless of the make of truck that offers it?
Well, yeah, sure I do. But Dodge doesn't have it. Chevrolet does.
Sir, we have a surprise in store for you. Would you be good enough to step outside and take a look at our commercial car?
We're using the term commercial cars for Dodge low-tonnage models because they really give you many of the same things you want in your passenger car, from brisk, responsive power to passenger car comfort and convenience. Of course, they also do a brilliant job of doing everything a truck is supposed to do.
Mr. Dewey, this Dodge V8 offers 205 horsepower for low-tonnage models as part of its new 59 engine lineup.
That's 45 more horsepower than Chevrolet's 160. This Dodge engine also has a displacement of over 318 cubic inches compared to Chevrolet's 283.
These facts guarantee you more getaway zip and safer passing power with Dodge, Mr. Dewey. The Dodge engine has more everyday work capacity than the Chevrolet. It won't have to strain to provide your everyday power needs either. That means real economy. And I'm sure you're interested in that. Many people are especially interested in our Load Flight automatic transmission. Load Flight gives you modern push-button controls, while Chevrolet's Hydromatic has an old-fashioned control lever.
Mr. Dewey, I'd like to use the blackboard in your office to show you how Dodge Load Flight also gives you faster acceleration and better performance than Chevrolet's Hydromatic.
All right. Let's go inside.
Dodge Load Flight with a torque converter multiplies engine power 5.63 times at breakaway on all models. Chevrolet Hydromatic with no torque converter multiplies its engine power only 3.82 times on its six-cylinder and V8 half-tons and its V8 three-quarter and one-tons, and 4.71 times on its three-quarter and one-ton six-cylinder models. Now, compared to Chevrolet, Dodge offers you more of everything you need to get the extra V8 pep and extra engine zip you want, Mr. Dewey.
I'm sure surprised to hear about that extra Dodge power. However, Dick knows I have to carry some strapping loads in my pickup, and Chevy's always done a good job of that for me.
We're glad payload's important to you, Mr. Dewey, because Dodge positively can do more for you.
Model for model, sir, Dodge offers you a bigger payload capacity in every pickup than comparable Chevrolets. Now, as an engineer, you know that payload is partially the result of a truck's GVW rating. And Dodge has a higher maximum GVW rating for every low-tonnage model than Chevrolet, with a single exception. And in this single exception, a one-ton stake model, Dodge still offers a bigger maximum payload. Dodge pickups have from 100 to 2,000 pounds higher maximum GVW than Chevrolet pickups. It's 100 pounds more for our D100s, 600 more for our D200s, and 2,000 pounds more for our D300s.
I'm surprised by what you say. But is the payload difference between Dodge and Chevrolet pickups enough to really mean anything?
Oh, yes, sir, it sure is. Dodge D100 swept-line pickups can carry 375 pounds more than the half-ton Chevrolet fleet-side. The Dodge D100 Utiline can carry 425 pounds more than the half-ton Chevrolet step-side. D200 swept-line models can carry 725 pounds more, and the D200 Utiline can carry 775 pounds more than comparable Chevrolet fleet sides and step sides, respectively. The Dodge D300 swept line has a payload capacity of 3,475 pounds. We can't compare this model with Chevrolet because Chevrolet does not offer a one-ton pickup in its fleet side series. Here's the model with the big payload difference. The Dodge D300 Utiline can carry a whopping 5,000 pounds payload compared to the Chevrolet 38 step-side's 2,800 pounds. That's over a ton more cargo in every Dodge load.
This Dodge D300 Utiline can offer you this fabulous payload advantage because it permits the use of dual rear wheels, while the Chevrolet one-ton step-side does not. You know, Mr. Dewey, a Dodge stake might well be the right truck, or a useful second truck for you. Like our pickups, every Dodge stake carries more than every comparable Chevrolet model.
I don't think I'm in the market for a stake just yet, but I'll remember what you just told me. Right now, I think what I really need is an easy-handling, compact little pickup.
Easy handling has really become a synonym for Dodge trucks, Mr. Dewey. The best way to show you the great new Dodge truck ride and handling ease is to take you for a demonstration ride.
Can't today, too busy.
Well, we can make it at your convenience, Mr. Dewey. You're an early riser. How about 8 tomorrow morning? Or would you prefer to make it after you've finished work, say about 6?
A demonstration ride, Mr. Dewey, will let you see for yourself how easily you can get around in a Dodge commercial car.
Well, the darn fools who planned this city sure gave me plenty of problems. I sure have to take some mighty narrow hairpin turns on the streets and alleys I drive.
Mr. Dewey, this Dodge D100 has a turning diameter over 4 feet less than comparable Chevrolet trucks. Now, this is typical of a similar Dodge turning advantage over Chevrolet in almost every model.
We'd like you to take the Dodge truck wheel, Mr. Dewey, and drive around where you normally drive every day, in your own everyday tight spots. Then you'll get to know the feel of Dodge pep and zip, and its terrific ride and handling qualities.
You want to set a date for tomorrow? Well, 8 a.m.'s okay, but I have to be back early. Here's a telephone message for one of you to call your office. Use my phone or the one back there.
Oh, thanks. I'll get it, Mike.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Dewey. Dick will be out to see you then at 8 tomorrow morning.
Fine. Nice meeting you.
That was a message from Joe Waterman. I had a call in for him before you got in this morning. He's free to take a demonstration ride as soon as we can get over to his place.
Yeah? Well, what's Waterman like? What do you think interests him most about trucks?
He's a nice, quiet sort of guy. He's worked hard, and he's made his landscaping business really pay off. I think styling is important to him because he and his wife use their pickup for personal transportation almost as much as they do their car. I think he's also more safety conscious than most truck owners. He has a couple of helpers who use his truck, but he does a lot of driving himself. I think our brakes and our cab extras should impress him, too. Here we are. There's his greenhouse. And there's his old Chevy pickup.
I see you brought out a different truck this time.
Yes, sir. This is our brand new D100 swept line. I wanted you to see it because it's the kind of pickup that folks with good taste, like yourself and Mrs. Waterman, really appreciate.
It has got nice, smooth lines, but so does the new Chevrolet. Don't you think so?
Yes, sir, I do, but there's some Dodge styling extras I'd like to point out to you, if I may.
Go ahead.
This Dodge swept line, for instance, has a distinctive front-end design, created specifically for low and medium tonnage models. Dodge has 3 different front-end designs. The other 2 are for cab-over-engine and high-tonnage models. All 59 Chevrolet truck front ends are more nearly alike.
And granted that Chevrolet does produce trucks with general lines that people like, they do not match Dodge in functional styling features. Now, here's the kind of thing we mean. Our full-width Dodge hoods, for example, open all the way up to 90 degrees to make servicing easier. Chevrolet hoods still open only partway. In the full-opening Dodge hood, which we think is also better looking than Chevrolet's, there are functional built-in vents in the hood panel. Now, these are practical. They help engine heat to escape. Chevrolet does not have them.
In these and many other ways, we feel that Dodge alone offers trucks with brilliant styling that we've been calling beauty with a purpose. Please take a good look, Mr. Waterman. Perhaps you'll agree with an increasing number of truck buyers who've decided that Dodge trucks offer the best truck styling in the industry.
Well, I can't honestly say I think Chevrolet trucks are better looking, but styling includes the inside of the truck, too. How about Dodge cabs? Are they up to date and comfortable?
Mr. Waterman, we've got cabs that absolutely offer you more comfort, more convenience, and more safety, in addition to a lot more interior beauty. We'd like you to take the wheel right now and see for yourself.
I'll do that, but I have to be back before too long.
We'll see that you are, sir. But please take a moment to note that Dodge gives you key locks on both doors of all cabs as standard equipment. The second lock costs extra on standard Chevrolet cabs. Modern Dodge design also includes convenient pull-type door handles, while Chevrolet still uses button-type handles.
See this Dodge door with its attractive trim? Dodge trims the insides of all Dodge truck doors in both standard and custom cabs. Chevrolet continues to offer bare metal on its standard cab doors. Dodge also gives you electric windshield wipers as standard equipment on all cab models except the W300M. They'd cost you extra in any Chevrolet low-tonnage model.
How about regular comfort? I mean, isn't the Chevrolet cab bigger?
No, it isn't. Let me show you how this Dodge cab is better proportioned for more comfort. You have a half-inch more hip room, nearly an inch more shoulder room, slightly more fore and aft seat adjustment space, and about 2 inches more space between the steering wheel and the seat back. No one of these measurements is much in itself, but put together, they give us, even the 3 of us, enough room where we need it to be comfortable. The brand new Dodge suspended brake and clutch pedals will also add to your everyday driving comfort, Mr. Waterman. They both operate with new ease, even put an end to uncomfortable drafts from the floor. Chevrolet's pedals still require a hole through the floor. A driver adjustable handbrake is offered you by Dodge alone. This is a real safety, convenience, and economy feature. It works independently of the surface brakes, and you can quickly adjust it with a slight twist of your wrist. Chevrolet handbrakes are not driver adjustable. They require a mechanic to service them. Dodge, again, puts its fuel tank outside and under the cab, where it is protected by the frame side rail. This is a real protection against fire or explosion hazards in case of an accident. Chevrolet puts its gas tank right in the cab, just behind the back of the driver. You can use the empty space behind the Dodge seat as an extra storage space for small items. Now, Mr. Waterman, I understand you're especially interested in safe driving.
Yes, I am. When I go, I want to go safe.
Well, sir, this year we have a completely new brake system for all Dodge D100 commercial cars to offer you the largest safety brakes in the industry for half-ton models. Dodge D100 brakes have 25 square inches more brake lining area than Chevrolet half-tons. Dodge D200s have over 15 square inches more brake lining area than Chevrolet three-quarter tons. And Dodge D300s have over 6 square inches more than Chevrolet one-ton models. And so Dodge brakes beat Chevrolets in every low-tonnage model. Dodge also has bigger and better brakes on nearly every truck in all ranges. And that includes both standard and extra equipment brakes. There's a big reason why we took that bumpy road so easily, Mr. Waterman. This year, there's a completely redesigned suspension system for all Dodge commercial cars to help give them a true passenger car ride. Including our commercial cars, all Dodge trucks except the W300M have rear-shackled front springs. When the Dodge wheel hits a bump, these springs can flatten out to absorb road shock. In a Chevrolet, which has front-shackled front springs that are fixed at the rear, road shock is transmitted directly to the frame through the fixed mounting. Now, don't you think your entire ride was pretty smooth, Mr. Waterman?
Well, yes, the Dodge does have a good ride. A lot more comfortable than my old truck, I can tell you.
Where is your truck now, Mr. Waterman?
Oh, my handyman's got it out for a while to do some errands for me. Why?
We'd like to check it over so we can appraise it. And I'd like to tell you about some other important Dodge extras you don't have now and that you won't get in a new Chevrolet. When will your handyman be back with your Chevrolet? Thank you very much, Mr. Waterman. We'll go over the details at 5 then.
You come out again when you can, too, Healy. Bring your wife with you. She might like a plant or two.
Oh, I'll certainly do that very soon. It's been a pleasure, sir. And thanks a lot for seeing us. We appreciate the time you gave us. Yeah, it's worked again, Dick. I think we've proved again that talking to truck prospects in terms of their own personal truck interests can swing them over to our side, and that's mighty profitable.
Yeah, sure is. Another thing, selling commercial cars that way really isn't any harder than selling passenger cars. I like calling our low-tonnage models commercial cars. Seems to make selling them easier somehow. You know, Mike, there really are a lot of different ways that Chevrolet just doesn't match our Dodge truck features.
Oh, that's sure the truth. Compared to Chevrolet, Dodge offers the most in low-tonnage power and engine performance, and in automatic transmission convenience and performance. There is more zip and pep in a Dodge truck. And Dodge offers the most in GVW and payload. Every low-tonnage Dodge truck will carry more than its comparable Chevrolet model. Dodge has the most in modern functional styling, inside and out, and in cab comfort and convenience, too. Dodge has the most in brake safety, with bigger brakes for safer, surer stops in every low-tonnage model. And Dodge has the most in a great many other important customer benefits that Chevrolet trucks just don't match in '59. That's why, this year, we all should be able to make plenty of profitable truck conquest sales over Chevrolet. We can, too, if we keep on selling Dodge commercial cars along with passenger cars. And if we keep telling all our Chevrolet-minded prospects just how Dodge trucks will give them the most of what they want the most. Yes, this is the year. This is the year we can beat Chevrolet with the trucks with the most. '59 Dodge.
Commercial cars? Obviously, Dodge would realize that's just silly and confusing. They would move to commercial trucks and commercial vehicles and work trucks. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more.